じゃあ進めながら焼きうどんでも食べよう。金の蝶。
Galloway. Got it, Skipper. Yeah, I'll bring him. He's my partner, after all.
What have we got?
New case. White female dumped in plain sight in the grass at the end of Hill Street. Hacks are all over it. Captain's trying to fend them off.
That sounds awfully similar.
The first rule of police work is make no assumptions until you've seen the evidence. Skipper wants you to have your newspaper face on, college boy. I think I know the place where they found the lady. It overlooks Sunset Boulevard. Let's go.
I say we bust in there and find the goddamn evidence.
うめえ。
I want to make homicide. You know you've made it. Yes.
I want to make homicide. I mean, you know you've made it if you got that death.
The women don't find you handsome, they should at least find you handy.
You know the way. You can drive.
So I tell you that doesn't kill
You did a decent job on the Henry case, Phelps. Not bad for your first time at bat.
Thanks, Rusty.
But don't go getting ahead of yourself. That's one clearance under your belt. Now it's a new day with a new dead lady that needs our attention.
No assumptions until we see the evidence, right?
Right. See, I knew you were a fast learner, Phelps. You might get along after all.
Now, boys, you know as much as I do. I'll be holding a press conference once the autopsy's been completed. I have two of my finest investigators on the case. Greg from bringing down the sword of justice on the crazed sex...
Captain, aren't there similarities between this murder and the murder of Celine Henry? And of Elizabeth Short, for
So
that
you don't
matter.
believe there's a crazed sex killer at large preying on women?
Boys, be sensible. We have the greatest police force in all the world with the greatest scientific investigators at our disposal. How can any killer continue to be that? Be advised. We keep the gas chamber at San Quentin primed for the sons of Cain who continue to believe they can take a life for the sake of justice.
Yeah, right. Any new leads in the Dahlia case?
Run along, boys, and let these officers get to work. We have God's work to do here, and it can't be delayed.
What do we have, Captain?
Another woman sacrificed. Speak to Carruthers. I want daily reports, gentlemen.
This is awful. Awful. Why can't we
Detective,
get any closer?
I was first on scene.
Can't be much help to you, Phelps.
Look at your mark. It's very distinctive.
I'll do some comparisons back at the lab and get back to you.
The stomping angle in the Henry case, was it reported in the press?
Sure was. Every detail a copycat would want was there in the story.
What's this mark? Cut on the finger.
Fourth finger, left hand, a wedding or engagement ring, violently removed.
Looks like she was tied up.
It does at first, but that would leave a mark on her other wrist, too. I think her watch might have been torn off.
Well, we have a name. Can you run Deirdre Muller by RNI?
Back in a second.
If the motive was robbery, why not take the money?
Detectives, RNI says that Deirdre Mahler of 130 North Bonnie Bray was reported missing this morning by her husband, Hugo Mahler.
What'd I tell you? Just grab the husband, take him downtown, and work him over. Could have this wrapped up by lunchtime.
What about not making assumptions and going on the evidence?
Similar
Hey.
MO.
To what?
Buddy!
The Dahlia?
Trying to work here.
I don't
Got
think
me?
so.
Celine Henry.
That's a closed case. This is probably another sad sack who lost his temper with a broad who wouldn't put out.
Are you a suspect, Rusty?
Watch your mouth, Phelps. All I'm saying is we got enough to do without reopening closed cases.
Talk me through it, Mal.
Severely battered, on display. Footprints would indicate that she has been stalked. Size of the footprints would seem to indicate a smallish men's shoe. What size shoe did Mendez wear?
You finished?
No, I'm not. At a glance, I would say strangulation was the cause of death. I'll need to do further tests for semen.
Angry boyfriend. If they were married, they'd be at home. Not humping out here in Lover's Lane.
I knew it wasn't safe around here anymore.
So, what's going on over there? You're behind the wheel.
And where exactly are we going? There still might be some playing the boyfriend angle.
I thought we were on our way to lock up the husband.
If he doesn't work out, that is.
Deirdre Muller has suffered enough. More than enough. You shouldn't make disparaging comments about her without even the slightest inkling of what she was like.
She was a woman, wasn't she? Well, around about my third divorce, I realized women might not be the pure angels we imagine. You're married, ain't you, Phelps?
Don't make any insinuations about my wife.
Hey, she's a woman.
She's the mother of my children.
You're a father, Cole? But don't tell me your eye don't bend.
This conversation is over. Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. Is your father home?
He'll be home soon. He's been out looking for Mommy.
What's your name, miss?
Michelle Eloise Mahler?
Can we come in?
I suppose so.
Thank you. Could you have a seat for me, Michelle? We're gonna have a look around.
He'll be back any moment. Just sit tight.
My partner will explain everything when he gets back, okay? There's nothing to worry about.
Don't think this is any use to us. Nothing significant. No sign of a wedding ring. Elgin wristwatch. Probably the same one snatched from her body. Work boots. Size 8s.
Is this about Mommy? Daddy is trying to find her. Please tell me she's okay.
I'm sorry to have to tell you this, Michelle, but your mother is dead. Do you think you could answer a few questions for us?
Try.
Some of your mother's jewelry was missing. Can you describe her things?
A ring, a watch. I never paid much attention to that stuff.
I know it's painful, Michelle, but this may be important. She wore a wedding ring?
Mommy chose it herself. A rose gold wedding band and a matching diamond and ruby engagement ring.
She wore a watch?
Yes, a yellow gold Elgin watch. Daddy bought it for her birthday. We had a fight. It was kind of a makeup present.
When did you last see your mother?
Yesterday afternoon. I went to a dance at Belmont High. Mommy was supposed to pick me up, but she didn't show.
So what did you do then?
I was upset. Daddy came instead.
So you were hanging around the school for quite a while. What happened with your father?
I don't know. I called and finally he answered. He came straight away then.
Your mom and dad are happily married?
What are you saying? Of course they are.
They weren't happy, were they, Michelle? Did your father ever hit your mother?
Just the once. She said she would leave him if he ever did it again. He bought her a brooch pin to make up for it. And we always wore her golden butterfly.
Thanks, Miss Muller. You've been very brave.
Hey! What gives?
Daddy, the police
Go to your
are
room,
here.
please, Michelle. I'll talk to the police.
Daddy, Mommy is gone.
Go to your room, young lady. She's not even out of school. You can't come in here interrogating her like she's
Your
some
wife
kind
was
of...
found murdered this morning.
Found? What? But she only...
We have some questions that we would like to ask you.
Sure, yeah. Yeah, I'll do my best.
What size shoe do you wear, Mr. Muller?
Why do you ask?
It's routine, sir. Simple process of elimination.
9s, I think.
Why are you lying to me, Mr. Muller?
Why would I lie to you at a time like this?
That's funny. The work boots we found here are size 8s. Why lie about it if you've got nothing to hide?
Because I always get teased about the size of my feet. You know, small feet, small...
Always been true in my experience.
You phoned in a missing persons report this morning?
Yeah, that's right. My wife didn't come home last night. She left around 9:30. Michelle was out at dance. She called me to let me know that Deidre didn't turn up.
Did your wife ever go out by herself? To bars, nightclubs?
No. What are you suggesting? You suggesting my wife's loose? Now is not the time for you to be pushing me, mister.
Your daughter said you were having an argument.
We argued about who would pick up Michelle. I worked a full day. I wanted to come home, put my feet up.
So you were here all night. You stayed in while your wife went out to pick up your daughter?
Yes, that's correct.
You should come clean if you're having an affair, or if there's something going on.
I told you I was here. Were you saying I wasn't?
So why did you take so long to answer the phone when your daughter called?
Okay, I went out for a while. I was driving around. It's my way of relaxing.
Your wife was beaten and then strangled. In your case, you have no alibi and a history of violence towards your wife.
That's not true, God damn it.
It is true, Hugo. You're a violent man. You try to keep a lid on it at home, but sometimes you lost control. Your daughter and your wife were scared of you.
You don't know anything about me.
I know about the golden butterfly, Hugo, and how you bought your wife off the last time you heard her.
She liked to spend money, all right? Dresses, jewelry, her hair. It drove me goddamn crazy. Do I look like a Rockefeller?
Nobody likes a cheapskate, Hugo.
Getting hostile with us is a very bad idea, Hugo.
I'm no murderer.
Make some arrangements for your daughter, and then present yourself to Central Station for questioning.
You gotta be kidding me, Phelps. Put the cuffs on him.
This is an outrage. I didn't kill my wife.
Your daughter is in the next room, Mueller, so I'm giving you a break. Don't make me change my mind, and don't make me come looking for you.
We should go back in there and bust his ass.
One, we need to break his alibi, check phone records, canvass the neighbors. Two, we have motive of domestic violence, which probably goes for half the men in L.A. Three, we have no evidence tying him to the crime scene.
Hello, detective.
Yes, ma'am.
I heard the terrible news over the radio.
And you can help us with our inquiries?
Yes, sir. They had a row last night. I heard Mrs. Mueller screaming.
Did you see Mrs. Mueller come home late last night at all?
No, not at all. I did see Mr. Mueller put something in the incinerator earlier this morning, though.
I told you he was our guy. Now let's get this bum downtown and into a cell.
Look, there he is now.
Step away from the incinerator. Don't let him get away.
Okay, but no shooting. We need this guy to make the case.
There he is. See him?
This doesn't look good, Hugo.
I can explain the blood.
Get him booked in at Central, officer. Then put him in an interview room. We'll be speaking with him later. And inform the captain.
Yes, sir, detective.
Is there someone you can call, miss?
I don't want home, and
You need somewhere to stay, Michelle. You have other family? Grandparents? Aunts or uncle?
call Aunt Helen, but she lives in Bakersfield, and
Call her. We're gonna get someone down here from Juvenile Hall to talk to you in the meantime.
We ought to get some uniforms down here and clean up. Take care of the kid.
It's him. The cop from the paper.
Galloway, Homicide Division, badge number 564.
Go ahead, Detective Unit. Phelps, badge 1247.
Ray Pinker and a technical services team to a house 130 North Bonnie Bray Street.
I need an address on a Belmont
Send someone
High
down
School.
from Juvenile Hall to look after
Checking
a young
for you,
lady.
Detective.
Roger, 11K.
Belmont High, 1575 West 2nd Street.
Thank you.
Oh, I wish I could afford that.
Inform Detective Phelps that the coroner has a report waiting. Please you drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Got it, KGPL.
I want to meet Joe's buddy. Nice.
Can you drive to this one?
And where exactly are we going?
I'm surprised, you know. I didn't make the husband for it.
Always make the husband. 9 times out of 10, it's the closest person to the Vic who does the deed. God knows I've wanted to kill some lives in my day.
Lex parsimoniae.
What?
The law of
ほら、
parsimony.
はいまきさんこんばんは。
Occam's razor. Simplest explanation is most likely the correct.
You know, you
特
could
に
have
大し
said
た
that
配信はしておりません。
I'll try to dumb things down.
一応ね、1時前ぐらいまでちゃんと喋ってて、
Try this
だから
one.
もう、ガイさん、
Rusty's
行
razor.
った方がいいよ
How's that go?
You blame the guy that's banging
見ちゃいました。
Ah, of course. Famous Lex ignoramus.
Close his
今日こそは
cases,
ね、
Cole. Puts a lot of people away that way.
1970年代のロスですね、舞台は。こういうゲーム結構好きなんですよね。ドラマチックな展開になって。多分ね、GTA とかもやれば面白いとは思うんですけど、あのゲームって一人でやるもんじゃないと思うんで、なんかみんなでワイワイオンラインでやりたいなとは思うんですけど、まあ友達が少ないんでできないんですけど。
Phelps, Rusty, thanks for coming.
Can you blood type the shoes that we bagged and see if they're a match?
Sure. It'll all be in the report, but I'm assuming you want the details now?
Please. Cause of death is
さっきね、
strangulation.
焼きうどん作ってきたよ。
Take a look at the samples on the bench.
原タレを使った焼きうどんを。
あそこんばんは、チーター祭りって聞きましたね。
そうなんだ。
お、いいな。
やっぱ原タレうまいっすね。これ違うね。これか。
おいしい。
おいしい。おいしい。
What are the normal uses for that kind of rope?
On boats, mooring lines.
Correct. Although Ray says that they're sometimes used as
麺は
bell
ね、
ropes in churches.
2袋使ったんで 400g 食べましたね。
So are we looking for a sailor or a minister?
Well, in my
だけ
experience,
ど、
sailors
やっ
seem
ぱ
to
あれ
have
で
the
すね、
greater
食べる
libido.
と、
Was Mrs. Mueller criminally attacked?
No
ま
external
あ
or
2食
internal
目ですから
traces of semen.
この時間に食べたの。
Thanks, Mal. Anything else?
ないですね。
Let us
や
know.
っぱご飯食べると体がポカポカしちゃう。
The shoe prints?
Size 8s. Very similar to the impressions from the Henry case.
Now, who do we remember got caught in bloody size 8s? I think we have our bird.
感じますね。
ね。
We've got to nail this guy.
Okay, if you're finished jawing, we need to get moving.
いやー、なんかマジでみんなでできるゲームがあればいいんだけど、デーツ以外で。 私は D2 できますので。
D には忙しいしょう。
今日はあれですか、ファンボックスとが聞いて耳がほっこりしましたか？いやー、自動運転楽だ。本当は自分で運転するんですけど、なんか自動で運転してくれるシステムがあったんで、それを使ってます。
11K en route. Step on it.
あ、なしですか。
リアルの自動運転はちょっと怖い。
しかもね、このゲームのね、車の運転ね、なんだろう、ハンドル操作が効きすぎてね、結構曲がるときグイッて曲がるんで物とかね壊せるんですよ。
Late last night, after school social, maybe 1 a.m.
暴れ馬。
We're keeping a good eye out lately. We've had problems with the child
そうすると
molesting.
ね、最後のねところにね、器物破損いくらとかって出るんですよね、レポートで。
Tell me about this man you've been having trouble with.
He hangs near the
今
playground.
日ね、
tries to
この
befriend
殺
the
人家っ
children.
ていう
He was around
と
here
ころま
last
で
night
終わらせようかなって思ってます。
Yes,
あと
sir.
3
I
話
would
ぐらいあ
say
ります
so,
ね。
yes.
これ含める。これ抜いてあと3話ぐらいなのかな。
Hey, you! Go, Phelps. I'll take the car and see if I can cut him off.
大変だこれ。早く待っててくれんかな。待ってくれ。ああ、よく備えた。あ、疲れた。
What's your name?
Who's asking?
We can do this the easy way or the hard way.
Name's Eli Rooney.
You've been in trouble with the law before,
ね
Eli?
すごいよね。
What are you doing around here?
I like to keep an eye on the children.
Strictly paternal, is it, Eli?
Don't sass me, boy.
A woman was abducted here last night, Eli, and murdered.
And I would love to make you for that, you oaky motherfucker.
Well, I wouldn't know nothing about that. A woman, you say? I like 'em a little younger than that.
Turn out your pockets, Eli.
Now, why would I do that?
Because I'm about to break your fucking skull, Eli.
You're under arrest, Eli. You are in very deep trouble.
気持ち悪いよね、なんかこのブローチ。
Why bother with the paperwork, Eli? I'm gonna take out my gun and I'm gonna count to 5. Let's see how fast you can run now.
Hang on a goddamn minute. I found that thing in the parking lot.
Get some backup out here, Rusty. We need to get this one downtown.
あ、一応ね、この話のね、タイトルがね、 金の蝶っていうタイトルなんで、多分その多分ブローチなんでしょうね。金色の蝶。ウィーライを捕まえたので
なるほど。
じゃあこの車じゃねえや。その間違いのな。どこだ自分の車。あの辺遠いのかよ。
You're behind the wheel.
And where exactly are we going?
違うな。違う。さっきの車のトランクかな。もう凶器出てきた。
Blood and skin samples. We better get Ray Pinker out here. The overalls are stenciled HM.
オーバーオール。
Muller is a mechanic. I wonder what Eli does for a
あ
living.
れれおかしいぞ。
ねえ。ちょっとタイヤレバー。ああ。で、さあ電話ボックスのところまで走って、ロード中なんで、セーブ中だと遅いんですよね。
That's the guy. I heard he's an honest cop. Now that's an oxymoron for you.
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need interrogation set up at Central for both suspects being held in the Muller homicide case.
Certainly, Detective. I'll get in touch with the watch commander.
Thanks for your help.
いや、警察署に戻りましょうかね。
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Fine. Where are we headed? I say we make Rooney for this. I think we should lay it on him. He was near the car, he had her jewelry, the DA will love him for it.
Even if he didn't do it?
Who cares whether he did it? You have kids, Phelps? He needs to be taken permanently out of harm's way.
And we let Muller slide?
For a while. He gets a free pass for now.
で、今捕まえたのが2人いるんですよ、容疑者として。ヒューゴとイーライがいるんですけど、ヒューゴはその殺された夫の方で、イーライは今捕まえたやつなんですけど、明らかにイーライの車からいろいろ出てきたから、
We'll work the evidence, Rusty. But
イ
are
ー
they
ライ
ready?
を尋問しようかなと思
and
っ
the
てます。
perverts in one. Get in there and get a conviction.
なので受付イーライなので左側か。
Captain, we were on our way to interview Eli
こちら
Rooney.
ね。
Yes, Phelps, I know. This particular fiend is an old acquaintance. I have tried to reaffirm his belief in a wrathful and terrible God. Whichever way it goes, I'll be dealing personally.
取り締まれますか。
You look like you've had it rough.
See me asking for your sympathy, boy?
現場に残った足跡。
What size boot do you wear, Eli?
Kind of like anything I can get my hands on. I'm wearing 11s.
まあ疑いましょう。
5'5", 5'6" tops. And you wear size 11s? I don't think so, Eli.
That might be on the large side. Maybe 10s.
Maybe 8s.
Now that I come to think of it.
Why punish children with your iniquity, Eli?
You think I was never punished?
You must know what you're doing is evil.
Well, son,
うん。
nobody's perfect.
じゃあ勤務先。
You down on your luck, Eli?
I had worse. My family ate roadkill during the Dust Bowl.
But you have a job. A parolee has to have a job, correct?
I had me a job down in San Pedro. I'm looking for something new.
This place you worked have a name?
Hennessy Marine. You can't miss the place. Big yellow letters, HM out front.
They
あ
give
あ
you any
オー
work
バーオー
wear,
ルに
Eli?
HM って書いてあったね。
Sure. Green coverall. Dang thing was hot. Felt like I was back in the pen wearing it.
ブレードロープの入手。
You ever tie up any of your victims, Eli?
It's not a nice thing to go calling them.
What would you call them?
I can't say. I learned a long time ago not to go talking about the things I like. Talking about it just seems to get people's dander up.
Answer the goddamn question, Rooney, before I brain you.
See what I mean? Short answer is yes.
You have any preference regarding rope, Eli?
I know a good rope from a bad rope, if that's what you mean. That's not what you mean, is it? Any old rope will do me fine.
うん。ロープは何でもいい。確かにその場にあればロープそこで使っちゃうもんな。信用
A
しよ
boy
う。
like you, Eli, must prefer Magay for roping. Am I right?
I prefer braid, tie hitch and braid. It stays tied.
モーラ殺害の動機。
You killed Mrs. Mueller and stole her jewelry.
That ain't so. I ain't done nothing like that.
動機いまいちだから疑おうか。
You have no job and nowhere to live by the smell of things. And you need
ああ、さっきの金のあれか。
before, Eli. Who do you
金の蝶のブレスレットが
I've been in trouble for other things, but I ain't
出
never
てきたも
killed
ん
no
ね
one.
そういえば。
I saw that car coming to the parking lot late last night. Man got changed there and then put his coveralls in the trunk. I saw him drop the butterfly in the lamplight and he strolled out, cool as you like. And I went over and I picked it up.
物取り。
容疑者を告発した方がいいのかな。
Eli Rooney, I'm charging you with the first-degree murder of Deirdre Muller.
You want to put me back in the stir that badly, boy? You go ahead and try. I'll beat that rap. I ain't a killer.
Phelps, Galloway, congratulations are at hand. Drink, boys? I think you'll receive a commendation for this one, gentlemen. In the meantime, I'll speak to the DA about expediting the passage of the case. We need swift and merciless justice for poor Deirdre.
バロー、本当にイライが犯人なんだろうか。
ねえ、どうなんだろうね。ああ、けど犯人っぽいね。だけどこれ事件解決のとこにそう星がついてるんですけど、事件解決するとちゃんと正解してると星5のランクがつくんですよね。ってことは合ってたんですね。 じゃあ次の話をいきますかね。ちょっと待ってくださいね。よいしょ。はい。
コナン見すぎて変に考えちゃう。
いや、いいんじゃない？で、これ主人公の過去の話なんですよ。
We
振り
kept
返
our
って
two regular armies. Lieutenant! Bell, we've been over this. That sniper barely missed you back on the beach.
昔は
Until
海
the
軍
mission is
にい
over,
た
there'll
ん
be
ですよ。
no more saluting or signs of
主人公。
I'm in charge here, Medier. Do you wish to interrogate the prisoners?
No, they're beat. Why they look so sullen?
Wondering why we haven't killed them yet. There's no greater shame than being taken prisoner.
Get this, Golden Boy actually seems to know what he's doing.
なぜかとの階層と名前を名乗ってください。
第44大部隊所属兵だ。
キスマ何様だと
海軍だ。
思ってるんだ。
See that, boys? He slapped that Jap right upside the head.
It was merely to remind him of his place.
日本語だ。
His shame was the tone of voice that he used with a superior. I respect the Japanese, Corporal.
Respect, we're here to kill the sons of bitches.
Do you know why we are fighting the Japanese, Private?
With respect, sir, these bastards attacked Pearl Harbor.
And why did they attack Pearl, Private?
Because they hate the US of A and our way of life.
They attacked the US because we cut off their oil. What would we do if another country denied us the gas to run our cars?
Kingのストッキング殺人事件ですね、次。
Phelps. I was just discussing with Finbar here how well you were doing. Have a seat.
Yeah, my real name. You can just forget all about it.
You boys have a new case. A poor Hispanic woman murdered near City Hall and left lying naked in an alleyway.
Another naked woman, sir?
Yes. You seem to have had quite a run of them since the Dahlia fiend first struck.
Phelps is politely trying to hint that he thinks the men
いいね。
hope.
確かにこういうとこで食べてみたいね。
And you lose some in police work.
けどアメリカのハンバーガーってやっぱでかいからそれなりになんていうの日本人ってやっぱ味ちゃんとするじゃないですか。なんだろうアメリカだとそのビッグサイズだから味も大味なんでしょうね多分。けどあれですよね自分沖縄に行ったことあるんですけど沖縄の海軍の基地の近くにやっぱね似たようなあるんですよ。ああそうそう量そうですね普通より量ですよね。
Can you drive to
運
this
転
one?
したくないのか。
You have the address?
It's the alley off Aliso between Los Angeles and Alameda.
You're kidding. The next one will be opposite Central Station.
Count yourself lucky. Most guys would kill to land a case so close.
Yeah, it means they can pop in to hit the office supply of hooch whenever they
あそう
need
そう
it.
で沖縄の海軍基地だとねああいうビッグサイズのハンバーガーとか食べれるんですよ。食べたんですけどやっぱりねなんだろうその普通だったおいしいっていうところまではいかなかったね。食べれればまあ全然いいやレベル。
Detectives, they're ready to start the show. I'll take you through.
なんか30センチぐらいのハンバーガー巨大ハンバーガー2000円とかで昔売ってたんですよ。結構でかかった。30センチ結構あるね。ピザのワンホールワンホールぐらいハンバーガー友達とね分けて食べてました。マジでお腹いっぱいだよ。じゃあちょっとグロテスクなシーンになりますが、なんかハエがたかってんじゃん。
Lacerations on the neck would indicate a great deal of force.
血に口づけ
Kiss the blood.
お
BD.
BD ほうほう。図書カードっぽいですね。
Only 21 years old. But why the library card? Did he want us to find it?
なんか半分しか残ってないな。
Another wedding
う
ring
わ
on
ー、骨
the finger.
骨が丸見え。
Let's
皮
scan
が
under the fingernails.
骨なのかなね、結婚指輪なのかわかんないですけど、うわこんなとこかな。
The evidence in the Mueller case was solid. I'm not convinced about Mendez.
The best way to get away with murder is to pin it on somebody else. I'll bet a month's salary this is a copycat.
Strangled, battered,
Yeah. We know the MO. So does every jerk who kills his wife and girlfriend looking for a way out. I've spoken to Brown. He still believes the Dahlia perp has medical experience.
4 women, all murdered, all put on display.
やべえ、
all
焼きうどん
with
食べた後、なんかデザート食いてえ、甘いもん食いてえ。
Anything for us to go on, Mel?
Head injuries from contact with road, bruising from a small man's shoe, further blunt force trauma to the occipital region at the base of the skull. Could have been fatal, but clear signs of strangulation would seem to be
ああ、レサ
Lipstick
レ
appears
ク
to
サ
be a similar
レ
color to
レ
the
サ
other
ク
cases.
レサクだ。
I'll see if I can nail down a
さっ
brand.
きコンビニ行った時買ってくれよかったな、アイス。失敗したな。ちょっと別件で郵便物出したくて。コンビニ行ったんですけど、
If she took a blow to the
血まみ
head
れの
like
ス
the
トッ
others,
キ。
she was probably unconscious when strangled.
ウィーウィー。B 地点 B 地点 B 地点か。カバンされないんだ。じゃあ C 地点。
May as well follow the trail.
コーン。
Fellas, you'll want to come and take a look at this.
Antonia.
Antonia. Huh. Same as the library card.
ああ、さっきの女性の帽子ね。はいはい。
帰り血すごそう。
ねえ。けどさ、身ぐるみ剥がされてんだよね。その靴とかがどこ行ったんだろう。関係なさそうだな、これは。ここでやられてるんでしょ。
ビデオ強引に撮るぐらいですからね。
ねえ。なんかないのかな。証拠が少なすぎるな。なんか反応した。なんだこれ。あね。ゴミしかないじゃん。
バコ？
タバコは関係ないんじゃないかな。これも関係なさそうだな。これも関係なさそうだな。見落としてんな、多分これ。なんかありそうなんだよな。いやー、なんだろう。何にもないな。ああ、なんかあるあるある。結婚がある。続いてる続いてる。あったあったあったあった。
Proximity to the scene, plus the bloodstains. No way is this
血のつい
coincidence.
たハイヒールですね。で、まだ結婚の後がまだ続いてんだよな、これ。こっちか。
We kept the area pristine for you boys. Let's check it out.
House keys strung up like bait on a hook.
どうしてこんなバラバラな場所に？
ねえ、まだ続いてる。
I think he's trying to lead us somewhere. Probably all the way to City Hall, that place.
That's got to be a code or a cipher.
点で書かれたメモ。253。なんだろう。まだなんか続いてるぞ、血の跡が。おお、なんか上に繋がってる。はいはいはい、進んで。おお、屋上に続いてる。マルドナートなんちゃら夫人。中何も入ってない。
Empty. Where is all of this meant to be taking us? Clearly wants us to find these things. He's left them for us.
まだ続いてるね。
There you go, Phelps. Got a new MO. I told you.
Or he might just be getting more confident. Enameled and gold-plated. This was precious to her.
もう続いてる。
Trail points up.
登ってみるか。 お、なんかある。
Pulled from the finger and hung up here.
おお、指輪だ。
What's the significance?
さっきの被害者の指輪っすね、多分これ。まだまだ先になんかある。
こいつ指紋ベタベタつけてるぞ。
あれなんか、あ、なんかある。
Looks as though the
血
killer
の
was
り。ほうほう。
decorating with this.
血のりだそうです。お、被害者のバッグかいこれ。
なんと。
お、半分に片割れの図書カードだ。
Son of a bitch wants her identified. Mrs. Antonia Maldonado, 712 North Hill Street, downtown.
アントニア・マルドナード。神々だな。住所は分かってるから、じゃあ
You're behind the wheel.
And where exactly are we going?
アントニアの住居に行こうかな。じゃあ。わあ、なんかあの看板のハンバーガー美味しそう。
That's affirmative.
Right, so then there's a husband we should be looking for. Get him, we've closed the case.
Ah, Rusty's razor, of course. I don't want to question your tried and tested techniques, Detective Galloway. But doesn't the DA require sound casework
Yeah,
before he
食べたい。
closes the book?
If he's got a confession.
田舎同士だから今の時間買いに行けないね。あ、行けるな、うちは。車運転すれば。マック空いてます。マック15分ぐらいのとこかな。だな、金欠だからな、今我慢してるんだ。いい時間。そうか、電車走ってないもんね、この時間。ちょっと待って。
I'm sorry. Can I help you?
LAPD, ma'am. Detective Phelps and Galloway. Does Mrs. Maldonado live here?
Yes, she does. I'm Mrs. Barbara LePendre, the owner of this boarding house. Is there a problem?
I'm afraid so, ma'am. Do you mind if we come in? Is there somewhere we can discuss this?
Of course. Follow me through to the parlor. Wipe your feet as you come in, detectives. It's this way.
まずこの噂と話す前にちゃんとね、周りを確認して。
足拭いてないぞ。
Mrs. Maldonado was found dead this morning.
Dead? Oh, no. She can't be.
I'm afraid she was murdered, ma'am.
Okay.
We need to take a look at her things.
I can't believe it. A person seems so alive, and then they're gone.
Ah.
Antonia's room is upstairs.
そうか、彼女の部屋とかわかんないからうろうろするより話聞いた方がいいのか、ここで一回。はいはいはい、理解理解。 防護室だよね。こっちか。うわー、なんか
Look at that. Someone's turned the place
物
over.
色する前にもう物色されてるよ。マルドナード夫人。あ、なんか入ってる。ほう、出頭命令。うん、出頭しなかった場合は捜査の可能性が増すだけです。
なんだ、浮気か？
弁護士の手紙か。ああ。そこまで書いてないね。浮気だ、うんかんぬんっていうのは。ねえ、窓ガラス割られてるもんね。
Smashed window explains why the place looks tossed.
You know how I feel about windows, Phelps.
So someone broke in using this thing instead of a crowbar. Wonder where it was taken from.
バールで、バールの代わりにこれを使ったってことね。ほうほう。なんか写真。
Charm bracelet wasn't among the crime scene evidence.
団長のエース、いいね。浮気か、やっぱり。今木さんが言った通り浮気なのかもしれない。まずこんなとこかな。
団長ならやりかねない。
We have some questions, ma'am, if you're up to
ア
it.
ヒージョですから。スバルのためだったらお金いくらでも貸すって言ってましたからね。可能性のある容疑者。
Do you have any idea who might have wanted to hurt Mrs. Maldonado?
That rat of her husband, Angel. She was serving him divorce papers.
Oh,
If I killed every wife to serve me papers, I'd be a mass murderer.
Are you being flippant, young man?
No, ma'am.
ああ。信用しよう。
What can you tell us about Angel Maldonado?
She married him when she was 17. He was cruel to her, very cruel. She was a good girl, little on the religious side, but a good girl.
被害者の足取り。
What time did Antonia go out yesterday?
She left around 9.
Do you know where she went?
No, I have no idea. She was a good girl, but she didn't confide in me.
なんか隠してそうだな。疑う。
A nosy old hag like you knows everything about the people who live under her roof. Where did she go?
I think she went to a bar. She's been drinking quite a lot lately.
This bar have a name?
El Dorado Bar.
El Dorado.
Latino place on North Los
Bar.
Angeles Street.
That's only a couple of blocks from where we found the body.
はあ。侵入者の。
You've had a break-in?
No, that can't be true.
痕跡。反証かな。
You're being economical with the truth, Mrs. Lepenti. What do you have to hide?
I have no idea what you are talking about.
だって窓ガラス割れてたじゃん。
So Antonia lost her keys and used an iron bar to jimmy the back window?
I heard a noise in the early hours of the morning. I thought it might be a raccoon at the milk bottles. It'd be very bad for business if this news got out. I have a reputation to protect.
結婚生活の破綻。
Antonia and her husband were estranged?
Yes. She moved here after she separated from her husband 2 months ago.
But Antonia still wore a wedding ring?
She wore the wedding ring and a necklace. She always wore a religious necklace. That's about all of her jewelry.
Hmm. 写真持ってたよな。被害者が身につけてそうだよね。ブレスレットと夫の。だから反証か。
What about her bracelet?
I don't know anything about a bracelet.
あったあった。写真にね、ちゃんと。
In her wedding photo, she's displaying a charm bracelet.
That thing? She never wore it.
宗教的
He
な
gave
ネッ
it
クレ
to
ス。
her. She always kept it in that wooden jewelry box.
Thanks, ma'am. You've been very helpful.
Pay a call to that husband of hers. Lock him up and throw away the key.
We can either front Angel, seeing as the finger's pointing right at him, or we can check out the L.A.ノワール.
こういうゲーム好きなんだよね。
You can drive.
マルドーナ、マルドナードの住居に行きます。
A nosy old hag?
おせかいババア。
And I thought I was coming on strong with the ex-wives line.
Sometimes you have to be firm to get the information you need.
God damn it, ain't that the truth?
Maldonado is in apartment 304.
マルドナード。3階か。めんどくせえな。階段か俺。階段だ。めんどくせえ。
Phelps, this could turn ugly. Forget about knocking. Let's take our boy by surprise.
Hey, what the fuck?
LAPD, motherfucker, you're under arrest.
あ、こっちだ。間違えた。
I don't want no trouble, see? What do you think? Come quietly, Mr. Maldonado.
I thought you were gonna say.
全然パンチ入らん。
Stand down now.
違った。ボタン間違えてた。まだ立つのか。よし、倒れた。こいつだけ。
Damn. They got some decent shots in there. Cuff these sons of bitches, Phelps.
LAPD, you two are under arrest. Call for some backup, Finbar.
Galloway, badge number 564. I need a prowl car at the apartment building 330 North Hill Street. 2 suspects need transporting to Central.
Your wife has been murdered, Angel.
Antonia?
エンジェル
Oh God, no!
Where were you last night, Angel?
エンジェル
I was here with my
マルド
brother the
ナー
whole night, God damn it!
ド名前が可愛いんだが
Kill my own wife? Should get the whole place going over and talk to the neighbors.
なんかあるかな
And Phelps, I don't care that you just got smacked in the head. You don't call me Finbar.
Fruit Market.
Just picked fruit market.
Just picked fruit market.
I wonder if Angel gets all his groceries from this place.
Oh. Oh, なんかあんじゃん、血のついた
This will take
札
some explaining.
本人なのかどうなのか
Maybe one of the neighbors took notice of Angel's movements. He's got no alibi. He's toast.
Circumstantial.
Good night.
What do you want?
LAPD. We're making some inquiries.
Make it quick. I work nights.
So you weren't home last night?
No, I was at work.
You know nothing about Mrs. Maldonado fighting with her husband?
Those two? They're always screaming the place down.
Thanks.
ああ、喧嘩してるんですね。毎日のように。
Sorry about that. I'm playing with my kids.
LAPD. Were you here last night?
Yeah. My wife and I are separated, and I had the kids last night. I put them to bed early and went to bed myself.
Thanks.
私は結婚したことがないんで、どんなものなのかがよくわかんないんだけど、こういう夫婦喧嘩とか。
LAPD, ma'am. Did you hear a disturbance last night?
Yes. Yes, I did. Mrs. Maldonado lit out of here and her husband ran out after her.
You saw this, Miss?
Aranda. I had the door open a crack.
Did you see Mr. Maldonado come back inside after he ran out?
No.
旦那は帰ってこなかった。
Thanks.
お
We'll be in touch.
I kept thinking you were going to call that one a nosy old hag too, Phelps.
って言うよね。
I'm executing restraint right now, Finbar.
さあ、エンジェルと話しないとエンジェルと話を。いやー、運転したくないって。
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
And where exactly are we going?
まだなんかあんのかな。 あしゃあねえ、運転してやるか。だから運転したくないんだよ。
Can you drive to this one?
放送車掌
Fine. Where are we headed?
フルーツマーケットも見つけ、フルーツマーケットの木箱もあって赤いやつあるでしょ。で、夫のアリバイも聞いたから、なんだろう、先にあれかな、バー行ってかな。うるさいな、ブーブーブーブー。公務執行妨害だぞ、お前ら。気をつけろっちゅうの。
What can I get you?
LAPD. Detectives Phelps and Galloway.
Diego Aguilar. How can I help?
You worked the bar last night?
Yeah. Me and a temp guy from the agency.
Did you have a woman in here last night? 21 years old, Hispanic, drinking heavily?
We have a lot of ladies like that in here. But yeah, I know who you mean. Antonia Maldonado. Oh, what did she do?
She was murdered last night.
Oh, shit.
Do you know her well? Was she a regular?
このショーまで終わったら、
Hell no.
ショーというかこの話が終わったら、
Tight last night complaining about her old man. It's a story you get used to working in a bar. She was so hammered last night, she left a letter on the bar.
アイス食べたい。
I'll show you.
で、ディエゴ・アギラル、エンジェルなど、
いいですね。
離婚届か。申し立てを行い、離婚届した。
Did you open them?
No need to. She was shouting about it and waving the letter around. Said she was going to show him.
Sam has taken me to Palm Springs for the weekend.
自分のタイムか。行方不明のアクセサリー。
Can you remember what jewelry she was wearing?
She had a necklace. Some kind of religious thing, I think. The temp guy would have more of an idea. She took the beer he served her and cried into it all night.
What time did she leave?
Can't say for sure.
って感じだったのかな。
あ、なんか隠してるな、こいつ。疑う。
Where did she go? Give me something or the LAPD will start getting interested in this place.
Take it easy. She wanted a cab, okay? And my phone was out of order. The closest one I knew was at the fruit market across the street, so I suggested she try there. She seemed reluctant.
被害者の足取り。
Did Antonia say where she was going when she left?
She said she was gonna serve the papers on the husband. Said that would take the smile off his face. If you ask me, she was scared. And the drink was for Dutch courage.
うん。本当っぽいな。よっ
She attract any interest?
An extremely drunk young woman? What do you think? She managed to scare them off, though.
Thanks. You've been a big help.
No problem. Hey, get the guy, will you?
We'll do our best. One last question. What size shoe do you take, Mr. Aguilar?
A broad 9. I have wide feet.
You ought to meet Joe's buddy. Nice. Really.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
And where exactly are we going?
ちか。ジャストピックドフルーツマーケット。目的地。
運転は任せた。
Shut. Great. We'll need to come back later, Phelps. Maybe somebody here saw Antonia the night she died.
"しまっとるやんけ." 閉まってますね。ってことは今じゃない。
You know the way. You can drive.
Fine. Where are we headed?
L.A.ノワールを操作する。フルーツマーケットを操作する。何かが抜けてんのか。なんか抜けてるのか。
Gas, please.
Right around the corner in your neighborhood, there's a... is ready.
さっきのバーってどこだったっけ？これか。
You want a tip? Please fill my copy next time.
Hear him in musical films, and now you hear him on KTR.
Run. A waitress. I have another spoon. You drove me up to my mom.
いやー、わからん。
Hey, honey, what time do you get off work?
てか、電話貸してくるよ。電話。
Hear him in musical films, and now you hear him on KTR.
He thinks he's a bit of a gangster, but he tricks me nice.
あと。交渉中。電話かけれんじゃん。
So, how do you feel this out?
60. Friends, what is the secret soap that the most lovely Hollywood stars use to preserve daintiness? Pandora brand toilet soap, the complexion soap. Gentle, light, and so fragrant. It's perfect for a daily beauty bath. Leaves skin really fresh and sweet. And you feeling exquisitely clean from head to foot. Just try the Hollywood beauty bath with Pandora and you'll see why. Pandora brand soap's got that creamy, active lather that's soothing and gentle on your skin. Why, Pandora is 7 ways better than old-style floating soaps. Take a tip from Hollywood. Make Pandora your daily bath soap. Pandora lathers twice as fast, even in the hardest water. It's a luxury that any woman can afford.
もう他のところは行けないんだ。
Now that's thrifty. With its flower-like fragrance, it's a Hollywood secret. Ask your grocery for Pandora brand soap today.
こいつわざと使いもうなんだよ、ハワイすんのかよお前。やるか。なんかムカついた。追いかけてや。うわ、煽り運転だ。やんのか。煽り運転だ、煽り運転。うわ、うわ。煽ってやるぜ。後ろから。なんだお前、そこも頭曲がるのか。お、なんかいきなりスピード上げやがったあいつ。お前はそこをぐるぐるずっと回ってんのか。いや、それじゃないんだ。
So wait for the next turning and go right.
マップ見よう。目的地どこだ。アントニオ、どれルーツけど一回行きたいのが警察署に戻りたい。
結構広いですね。
広いよ、オープンワールドだもん一応。マドレーン一回こっち行くかもしれない。で
How about we drop in on the husband instead? You're behind the wheel.
I'll take a bar over a husband every day of the week.
Broadcasting at 760.
やばい、終わんない。
確かにグラセフ感ある。
ね、あるよね。あ、だってこれ作ってる会社グラセフだもん、考えたら。ロックスターゲームズだからグラセフだね。電話もかけれない。
なるほど。
El Dorado. Must be a family favorite.
これか。これがこれでいくのか。
You can drive.
And where exactly are we going?
Well, you don't see that every day.
相方が戻ってこない。あ、来た。難しい。
Where's that goddamn place?
You want a tip? Refill my coffee next time. Sam is taking me to Palm Springs for the weekend. Eggs, brunch.
お焼酎まだ壊れてる。
Sir, do you work here?
Sorry, pal, just making deliveries.
From where?
Just Pig Fruit Market across the street.
The fruit market delivers here?
Yeah, sure does. The Mexes love a little slice with their tequila.
We found a crate a lot like the ones you're wheeling there, except it was filled with booze. You know anything about that?
What? No, we deliver all over the place, officer. No telling where the boxes end up. Excuse me, I have to get on with this.
Fine, thanks.
Oh. ようやく話が進む。電話ボックス。あれだ。
Phelps, 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
Messages for me, please.
Message from Captain Donnelly, Detective. Your presence is requested urgently at Central Station. A new letter from the Dahlia killer has been found.
Thanks, ma'am.
中央署に戻る。お前はもう乗ってんのかい。
You're behind the wheel.
Fine. Where are we headed?
A story that your neighborhood found him.
Another letter? I thought the letter was from a nut.
These letters? Brown and Hanson believe they are genuine. From him.
Now we sent another.
I really hate this fuck. This Black Dahlia guy. You seen the body? Fucking case just gnaws away at your guts. Hollywood. Every prom queen from every fucking hick town in America turns up here. Where do they end up? Gutted on the fucking sidewalk.
さあエンジェルと会話シーンと
The captain is waiting for you
downstairs with Inker.
I want to make contact. Mary says he'll sing. Only if I guarantee he won't.
どんな役なんだ
He's only a writer, so he can't really help me.
地下か。
That bum took a swipe and put him down on my
エン
staff.
ジェル。
Boys, come on in. Phelps, have you met Finis Brown?
Pleased to meet you, sir.
This information is confidential and doesn't leave this room.
The new letter was left in the back seat of a cab. The driver thinks it was put through the window and not left by a customer.
We're checking all the spares back 24 hours regardless.
Good.
Like the previous letters, it's been assembled from headlines and typed from the Times and Examiner, then glued to an envelope.
What is the other note?
This one? That's also new. A poem, hand-typed.
Do you mind if I take a look?
Go ahead. We've been over both documents pretty carefully. They've been wiped with gasoline, so there's no chance of prints.
ああ、よくある手口の犯行予告ですな。
That's the message from the Celine Henry case.
Kirihari.
ね。切り張り。 書いてあること怖えなこれ。話が長え。
Where the hell are you going? We're kind of in the middle of something here.
手紙ちゃんと読まないといけないの。めんどくさいな。 飛ばせないの。
Heap upon thy soul by virtue of this curse.
That's why we called you in.
You think it's original?
Not unless he's a genius.
You like this nutjob's poem?
No, I like Shelley. It was written at least 100 years ago.
Shelley? Sure, I knew that.
You see, Finis? I told you this lad was a bright boy.
Sure, but what has it got to do with the case?
Prometheus Unbound. Prometheus was a titan, a superhuman character who defied the gods to bring fire to humanity.
The Dahlia guy believes he's Superman.
Your guess is as good as mine. One thing for sure is that he's educated. What about the link to the Henry case?
He could have got the wording from the papers. As you said, he is fiendishly clever and takes pleasure in taunting us. What's happening with the Maldonado case?
We have the husband in custody. We haven't interviewed him yet.
Well, upstairs then, lads, and see if we can break him.
よっしゃー、尋問タイムだ。
Hey, don't mind me.
He's only a writer, so he can't really help me.
エンジェル君はどこにいるんだい？エンジェル君いたいたいたいた。
Put him down on my sap.
Improved your attitude, Angel?
What do you want me to say? I was with Antonia the night she died, but she left the apartment, and that was the last time I saw her.
被害者との最後の接
So
触。
your wife paid you a visit last night. What time was that?
Late, around midnight, maybe? She didn't stay long.
アリバイあるじゃん。
You're lying, Angel. You went after her. I think you killed her.
You're out of your mind. My brother will tell you I was at home.
エンジェルっていうより混合力士像。
We have a witness who confirms that you were arguing, that your wife ran out, that you followed her and didn't come back.
I know this looks bad, but it's not true. We argued, all right, but she went out and I went out after her and she jumped in a car on the corner.
There was a car waiting for her? Can you describe the driver?
Not the driver. It was too dark. But the car, it was a brown Ford coupe.
離婚手続き。
You and your wife weren't getting along. She was divorcing you. Is that why you killed her?
We fought, yeah, but we weren't getting a divorce.
これはあれでしょう。
She's
裁
been
判所
granted a
の
decree
手
in
紙
our
でしょう。
side. She pushed you too far and you lashed out.
I told you. I wouldn't accept a divorce.
どれだこれか。ちゃう。合ってるか。
The judge had set a date. You were going to be paraded in front of the whole city for your cruelty to her, Angel.
Antonia. Oh, Jesus. She came in drunk, out of her mind. She doesn't normally drink. She was looking around in her bag. Said she wanted to serve me papers. Me, her own husband. So I slapped her down. She ran out. That's the truth.
What size shoe do you wear, Angel?
Size 8. What difference does that make?
アントニアの死体から奪い取られたアクセサリー。
When we found your wife, her jewelry had been removed. Was she wearing her religious medallion last night?
Sure. She always wore that.
うん、確かにこれは身につけて
What
たね。
about the charm bracelet? Was she wearing that?
You know about that? She never wore it. She didn't like the message.
あれ指輪じゃないの
She kept it locked up in that box of hers.
まあいいや。血まみれのシャツ。
Your wife has been brutally murdered. So how do you explain your shirt being covered in blood?
You found that? I cut myself shaving.
ひげ剃りでありえんだろう。
Angel, I'm not going to waste any more time on this. Give me something or I'm going to have you charged.
My brother, Ippolito. He said some bad things about Antonia last night. So I had to sock him one. We got into it.
Keep talking.
She said she came from the El Dorado bar.
And?
It's not one of my places. We used to buy fruit at the market down the street. But the creep there was always running his eyes all over my wife.
What's the name of this fruit market?
Just picked fruit. Ord Street downtown.
One last question, Angel. Do the words kiss the blood mean anything to you?
No. Sounds sick to me.
You're not in the clear by any means, Angel. You're going back into a cell. You should think about whether you have anything else you need to share with us.
Hey, buddy, did you drop something?
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
フルーツマーケッ
Where
ト。
exactly are we going?
刑事力アップ。
刑事力アップ。
What's your read on Maldonado?
I still like it. Seriously, that line about the guy at the fruit market making eyes at his woman. We'll get to the market and the guy behind the counter will tell us he saw Angel drag his old lady off into the night. This case will be shut like all the others.
Party members have reached the screen with
まだ一つ謎が残ってんだよね。血の最初死体が落ちてて、その血がついてる通りをずーっと道順に辿ってったじゃないですか。でその途中にあった手紙が意味がわからないんだよな。サイコロみたいな235だかの数字が書いてあった。253かな、あれがよくわかんないんだよね。
暗号のやつ。
そうそう、あれどこで使うのかよくわかんないんだよね。だから使うかどうかもわかんないんだよな。
I got a callback to that Universal Toy time. Are you
Sir, I'm
working
the.
Friday night?
Wait,
We
you
should
look
go out
familiar.
Hey,
今の
from the
とこ
bar,
ろ
right?
全然触れてない。
What brings you here?
LAPD, Detective Phelps and Galloway.
Clem Feeney. What can I do for you?
Did you happen to see a young woman last night? 21 years old, Hispanic?
Sure, she came by last night. Why do you ask?
特徴のある。
She was wearing a necklace?
I didn't notice.
You weren't paying attention, Feeney?
Hey, you're getting the wrong idea.
目泳いでんじゃんこいつ。疑う。
Exactly how much fruit do you sell here after midnight, Clem?
Look, not much. I sell the odd bottle on the side to the after-hours crowd.
Yeah.
Look, I don't want any trouble. I'm just trying to make a buck.
被害者との接触。
The young lady arrived around midnight?
Yeah, something like that. Used the phone for a cab and then left.
こいつまた目泳いでんじゃん。
You already knew Mrs. Maldonado, didn't you, Clem?
Sure, I met her before. She seemed like a nice lady. Her husband went apeshit one day when he caught me talking to her. She had me back until last night.
被害者の足取り。
Where did she go from here?
She wanted a cab, but I couldn't get her one. I was about to offer to drive her, but a car pulled up and she got into that.
お、目泳いでない。ってことは反証する材料もないから信用するか。
Can you describe the car?
Brown Ford Coupe, I think. She seemed to know the guy.
Do you mind if we look around?
Why would you want to do that?
Because we say so.
I guess you can. Hey, don't you have to get a court order or something? I have rights.
Clem? Shh. No wonder it stays open late at night. People have to get their vitamins. Check through this stuff before we get back out there.
なんかある。血のついたナイフだ。
I cut someone who's
手術用のメス。ほ
It's a typical power thing. Once the stiff is dead, the creep usually feels they can do whatever they like. Must have seen it during the war.
Are you working Friday night?
So what are we hiding in here? This thing needs a combination.
あ、これか。OK、253か。お、出てきた。 おお、出てきたね。
Just don't know how to dance the bebop.
This fruit stall punk gets about 10 seconds to explain before I pull his fucking arms off.
Clem!
逃げた。
God damn it, get after him, Cole. I'll try to shoot out his tongue.
The fruit guy's getting away, Phelps.
あ、もうこれダメだ。言いづらいかな。あー、やべえ、セーブするの忘れてた。ああ、
Ah, Phelps.
やばい。
Just discussing with Finbar here.
この話の初めからだ、また。あ、まだワンチャンいけるかな。
Real name. You can just forget.
ワンチャンいけそうな気がする。3時11分。
やっちまっただ。
やっちまったね。お、やった、こっからだ。全然いい、こっからだったら。
Sir, I'm the. Wait.
あ、もういいよ。話はいいから。話いいから。
Hey, from the bar, right?
最初からは悪い話題。
ねえ、危なかった。
LAPD, Detective Phelps and Galloway.
Clem Feeney. What can I do for you?
Did you happen to see a young woman last night? 21 years old, Hispanic?
Sure, she came by last night. Why do you ask?
She was wearing a necklace?
I didn't notice.
You weren't paying attention, Feeney?
Hey, you're getting the wrong idea.
Exactly how much fruit do you sell here after midnight, Clem?
Look, not much. I sell the odd bottle on the side of the after-hours crowd. I don't want any trouble. I'm just trying to make a buck.
The young lady arrived around midnight?
Yeah, something like that. Used the phone for a cab and then left.
You already knew Mrs. Maldonado, didn't you, Clem?
Sure, I met her before. She seemed like a nice lady. Her husband went apeshit one day when he caught me talking to her. She had me back until last night.
Where did she go from here?
She wanted a cab, but I couldn't get her one. I was about to offer to drive her, but a car pulled up and she got into that.
あ、これなんだっけ？これ信用するか。
Can you describe the car?
Brown Ford Coupe, I think. She seemed to know the guy.
Do you mind if we look around?
Why would you want to do that?
Because we say so.
I guess you can. Don't you have to get a court order or something? I have rights.
Clem? Shh. No wonder he stays open.
cut someone who's already dead?
It's a typical power thing. Once the stiff is dead, the creep usually feels they can do whatever they like. Must have seen it during the war.
よし、静用のメスが終わった。で、これも OK。で、今度これか。253。
So what are we hiding in here? This thing needs a combination.
これが3。これが5。これが2。で、真ん中のブローチ。
This fruit stall punk gets about 10 seconds to explain before I pull his fucking arms off.
Clem!
逃げる。よし、来た。戻し作業終わり。
God damn it, get after him, Cole. I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck.
You should have grabbed him when we had the chance, Phelps.
When we had the chance, we didn't know he was our guy. Strange that he leave a trail of blood right back to his own market.
Maybe he wanted to be caught. A lot of them do. The fruit guy's getting away, Phelps.
It's almost too perfect, isn't it?
There's no such thing as too.
逃げられました。
難所かも。
難所だね。むずいね。
This fruit stall punk gets about 10 seconds to explain before I pull his fucking arms off.
あんだけむずいんですよ、車の運転。
God damn it, get after him, Cole. I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck.
You should have grabbed him when we had the chance, Phelps.
When we had the chance, we didn't know he was our guy. Strange that he'd leave a trail of blood right back to his own market.
Maybe he wanted to be caught. A lot of them do. The fruit guy's getting away, Phelps.
It's almost too perfect, isn't it?
There's no such thing as too.
あー、逃げられた。ダメですね、俺。終わってくれ、もう。詰まったらきつい。今のところがきつい。カーチェイス何回やるねんっていう話だ。
God damn it, get after him, Cole. I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck.
You should have grabbed him when we had the chance, Phelps.
When we had the chance, we didn't know he was our guy. Strange that he'd leave a trail of blood right back to his own market.
Maybe he wanted to be caught. A lot of them do.
Phelps, you gotta get me closer.
It's almost too perfect, isn't it?
There's no such thing as too perfect.
失った。ああ、消火栓倒すとあれなんだね。ちゃんと水しぶき出るんだね。面白い。アクションシーンをスキップしますか？アクションシーンをスキップ操作を再開しますか？事件に影響。いや。
器物破損です。
いや、まだしないね。
救済処置笑い。
いや、頑張るよ。なんか人跳ねたまま進めるの嫌だな。
This fruit's... God damn it, get after him, Cole. I'll try to shoot out his tires. Wish me luck. Should have grabbed him when we had the chance, Phelps.
When we had the chance, we didn't know he was our guy. Strange that he'd leave a trail of blood right back to his own market.
Maybe he wanted to be caught. A lot of them do.
It's almost too perfect, isn't it?
There's no such thing as too perfect. Don't go to sleep on me. Get me back in close. Hit him, Cole. Spin him out. I'll try to shoot out his tire. Wish me luck. Hit him. Clean this asshole off the road.
And variety shows. This is KTI Radio.
やった。シートベルトないのにあんな大回転したのに怪我がないっていうのはすげえ。
You're a sick man, Clem. You need help.
Outstanding job on this case, gentlemen. The poor woman can now rest in peace.
欧州品のワイン飲むの？勝手に。
When they finish with him at the receiving hospital, we'll have him up before the grand jury. I have a meeting this afternoon with the mayor, lads. I'll be sure to mention your names. Now, on your way.
お前持って帰んのかい。車両の損害額$890、器物破損額235。おお、$1000超えたよ。ああ。あー、長いな。
給料なくなる。
ね、給料なくなっちゃうよね。あんだけなんだろう、損害出してるのに事件解決で星5つつくんだよ。ちょっとありえんしょ。どうしよっかな。まだ続きもやりたいけどな。先コンビニ行っとこうかな。
ゆるゆる笑い。
ゆるい。アメリカってこんなゆるいの？アメリカゆるいか。よいしょ。
おい 終わり良ければ全てよし。
ほんとそうだよ。終わり良ければ全てよしだね。どうしようかな。ちょっとコンビニ行ってこよう。ちょっとコンビニ行ってきます。ということで、まあ配信はこのままにしときます。戻ったら再開しようかな。はい。ということで、一旦ちょっと離席します。
お気をつけて。
よいしょ。ガリガリ君と
おかえりなさい。
ガリガリ君とね、スイカバーがってきました。
アイス。
うまい。スイカバー食べてます。スイカ嫌いなんですけど、スイカバーは食えるんですよね。うん。ほんとね、ローソンにチョコバッキーが売ってたんですよ。シャトレーゼの。それ買いたかったんですけど、値段が分からなくてね、手出すのか。
Sarge, why are the guys giving it to the doggies? They're riding in trucks, numbskull, while you're marching.
They look pretty badly beat up. Yeah, they do it then. Scuttlebutt says it's pretty hard going down south.
We'll find out soon enough. Recon always leads. How can we fail, Skip, with the Shadow leading the show? Who the fuck is the Shadow? Lieutenant Phelps, the Shadow of Death.
What the fuck are you talking about?
He's a quiet fucker, Sarge. Never hear the bastard coming.
Sitting there, field stripping a cigarette, and suddenly he's there looking down on you.
Why do you think we keep saluting that Jap-loving son of a bitch? He's bad juju.
That's enough out of you three. Bad juju? Where were you dragged up? A swamp?
消化瓶なんで歯に染みますね。ああ、うまい。もっと白い靴の女。
Good morning, gentlemen, and what a grand morning it is too. We have just cause for celebration.
お食事を上した。
A nice showy trial, and he'll be strapped down with gas
受験現場から酒を盗むという。
Now, to fresh business. Galloway and Phelps, the task is at hand. The address is on the hill, north downtown off Fremont Avenue.
Skipper, is the new letter genuine?
Now, boys, we all know how many imbeciles have confessed in the short case. Ray Pinker will let us know in good time.
Yeah, I'm thinking of moving up to a 45.
コナン見てるんですか、コナン。
One round.
I've been in this job 20 years. I never fired a gun.
Ah, ちょっとアイス食いに一生懸命でちょっと手が止まっております。
That bum took a swipe at me. Put him down in my sap.
What are we waiting for?
ちょっと一旦アイス先に食べる。 うん。
キンキンに冷えたアイスコーヒーグビグビ。
あ、いいね。アイスコーヒー。もう今、口の中、あアイス頬張って食べたから。
いっぱいしょう。
すげえ冷たい。歯にしみる。よし。はい。OK。
Greetings from sunny California. Stop.
相方に運転させる。いいね、キンキンに冷えたアイス。
Keep locking them up, but the bodies keep piling up.
Ah, Californians love a fad, Phelps. As long as the bricks hold up in San Quentin, there are always the killers in this town.
ネスカフェの。
First the letter, and now another body. Come on, you can't keep on telling me there's not a killer still out there.
You know, Phelps, all these arrests on your record are giving you a reputation. You don't want to turn into unsolved.
Getting a vicious killer off the streets is more important than my reputation.
Really?
And besides, landing a big fat marlin is more impressive than an ocean full of minnows.
The minnows make it the man. You can't always hit home run. Sometimes you just gotta make first base.
1リットルかな。900ミリリットルか。なら1本2に。
Phelps and Galloway, homicide.
飲まない。
Scene is secure. The rest of the patrolmen are going door to door, canvassing for witnesses.
Thanks. Keep me informed.
Will do, Detective.
This looks awfully familiar.
I think that's the impression the boys from the Examiner took with them as well.
There's nothing original under the sun. Why should murder be any different?
What do we have so far?
Not much trace evidence to speak of. Storm blew in around 10 last night, and the rain washed most of it away.
And the body? Looks like she was tipped out of an automobile from the tire tracks and superficial injuries. Strangled with a length of rope. And for my money, it's triple grade again.
Time of death.
From her temperature, maybe 2 a.m., but it was cold last night.
Usual head injuries.
Blunt force trauma. Knock him over the head, then strangle and mutilate. No message with this one.
At least she was left clothed.
I doubt very much he was concerned with her dignity.
Green silk dress is very distinctive. Any sign of her other shoe?
No. And no handbag or other personal effects.
さてさて。なんで毎回殺されるのは女性なんですかね。今ふと思ったんですよ。
There appears to be a dry cleaning label. Superior Laundry Services.
クリーニングのラベルがついた。ほう。ポケットとかなんもないもんな。腕もなんもなさそうだしね。なんもないな。
No drag marks. Killer was moving around, surveying the scene.
靴跡。
Our driver and our killer are most likely one and the same.
Detectives, I've been working the houses across the street and up the block. This lady thinks she has something for us.
Detective Phelps, LAPD.
I'm Mrs. Barton, Catherine Barton. I live just across the way.
キャサリン・バートンが怪しい人物
Did you see anyone around here last night?
Not last night, but yesterday, early evening, I saw that awful hobo.
うん目も泳いでないしなんか変な言動もなさそうだから信用すっか
Do you have a description?
Tall, gaunt, horribly disfigured. I think he may have had an accident in the war. He's a very scary, angry man.
Any idea where we might find him?
One of the hobo camps around here. He's some kind of hobo leader. They all follow him around.
Thank you, ma'am. You've been a big help.
ホームレス
Of
村
course. Anything I can do to help.
横
I
の
hate
や
to
つも
think
見
that
てる
something
から
so
よし。
ghastly could happen right here and nothing be done about it.
Goddamn captain's thinking.
こいつ何で帰るんだろうあまた送ってくんだへえさっそうと消えてった
Phelps, badge 1247.
How could I help, Detective?
I need an address on Superior Laundry Services.
Just a moment.
スーペリアランドリー
Superior
サービ
Laundry
ス
Services.
次行くところ
1260 West First Street.
Can you track down reports of hobo camps in the vicinity of Signal Hill?
Just a moment, Detective. There's a large camp under the bridge on Grand between Temple and Sunset.
Thanks.
ホームレス村あるんだほうじゃあランドリーから行こうかな運転はお前がしろ
You know the way. You can drive.
Fine. Where are we headed?
KTI Radio Los Angeles.
No message.
Excuse me?
There was no message.
Where?
On the Vic. The last bodies had something written on it. This one didn't.
I'm failing to follow you.
Can't be the same guy is what I'm saying, right? Before you start trying to link this to Maldonado and all the others.
There are more factors to consider than the messages, Rusty.
This doesn't fit your pattern. End of conversation. Understand?
そうっすね被害総額すごい出るから損害がやっぱダニー起きてるねなんかさっきちょっとディスコードちょこっと覗いたらなんかコメント返してたね2時半ぐらいにあ、こうじゃん
At least the rain's changed back into those white trucks.
コロナなのによくやるね
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD. We're investigating a case and one of your laundry labels came up.
だったら
F1363.
だるくてやんないよゲーム
If you give me a minute, I'll go find a register and you can take a look.
隊長隊長隊長
もう熱はよって、テスト喉だけらしい。
You take a look for yourself. I've got clothes that need pressing.
You wrote the number down on that dress. Is it
ド
there?
レスの番号見ましょうドレスの番号は
さっき話した時はいつも通りの感じでしたな。
マジっすかなんだっけ何番だ手がかりクリーニングのラベル1363 1363 1363 1363これか
Mrs. T. Terrellson, 43 Emerald Street, Westlake. You're behind the wheel.
And where exactly are we going?
まあ1週間仕事休みっていうことね。
I've got a feeling we're about to meet another wife killer.
You've always got that feeling, Rusty.
Yeah, and it's usually correct.
Please, please, for once, can you not let your assumptions color your detective work?
Just you wait.
私も私でこの時間に配信してるのもあれなんですよね。でもね、ずっと FF やってたからこうやっぱ間開けて別のゲームやるのは楽しいね。ね、みんなだね。あそこのディスコードにいる人はね、ほとんどの人が何も言えないと思うよ。
Hello? Yes? Detectives Phelps and Galloway. Is your wife home, sir?
My wife went out last night and she hasn't come home.
Can you describe your wife and what she was wearing?
We were out at a friend's place, Bobby Ross's, for a party. She was kind of dolled up. She had her green silk dress, open-toed white shoes. Those are her favorite shoes.
Can we come in, Mr. Tarleton? I'm afraid we have some rather bad news.
Bobby Ross.
Do you have someone who can look after your children, Mr. Tarleton?
I've been trying to arrange a sitter. Look, tell me what's happened.
I'm afraid your wife was murdered last night. Her body was found this morning. I'm very sorry for your loss. I know this is a difficult
そう、オロゴンしか出てこないよね。やっぱり。
First, we're going to take a look around.
What for? You don't think
It's
that...
procedure. You see to your girls.
ボビー・オロゴンはここ最近見てないけどどうなってんですかね。引退しちゃったんですかね。もう。
Stay here till Daddy's finished talking to these men.
Where's Mommy?
Everything's gonna be all right, sweetheart.
We would like Mommy to come home now, Daddy.
What's the problem, Tarleton? Let him search. You got nothing to
あれ
hide.
かな。部屋を物色しようかな。
Want to hear something funny, Tarleton? Some bums think filling out a missing persons report actually rules them out as a suspect.
I wonder why the picture was turned down.
Baron's Bar.
Need to check if she was a regular.
Incidental.
Not much help.
Baron's Bar だ。
Baron's Bar again. Someone must be real sweet on this dive.
If you'd excuse me, ladies. Ours was out in the rain last
濡れ
night.
たジャケット。
So she went out without
被
her
害者の
handbag?
バッグ。ハンドバッグ。免許証だ。
She'd have to be in quite a state to leave this behind. You can see if Pinker can match the impression of the crime
サイ
scene.
ズがまたあっちだ。泥のついたブーツ。
Looks like a match with the ligature marks.
なんかきな臭くなってきたね。
You see the cop they've been talking about on the radio? Want another accommodation?
For the record, Mr. Terrellson, what is your wife's name?
Teresa.
可能性のある容疑者。
Do you have any idea why anyone would want to hurt your wife?
No. Everyone loved Teresa. She was so full of life. It can't be anyone who knew her.
なんか動揺してるね。暗唱してみるか。
I think you're lying, Lars. I think you were mad at your wife for embarrassing you in front of your friends. I think you came back here and strangled her and then dumped her body on the hill.
You think I strangled my wife? How do you expect to prove that?
ね。選手ロープじゃないの？
Your wife was strangled with triple braid rope. The bow line from your boat is a perfect match.
Look, I know this looks bad. I'm gonna have to come to terms with the fact that I let her go.
ラルスのアリバ
You
イ。
said you went to a party at Bobby Ross's place?
That's right, Bobby had a bunch of people over. We were having a good time. She said she was bored and decided to leave.
めちゃめちゃ動揺してんじゃん。ちょっと目泳いでんじゃんこいつ。歌が。
You let your drunk wife leave the party and go off on her own?
Look, I was angry. I was having a good time. She has to go and ruin it. We always have to do what she wants to do. Last night she wanted to go dancing.
Any
ね
idea
え、わかりやすいよね。
Where she always goes. Bar down on North Beaudry Avenue. Barron's Bar. She goes there, drinks too much, gets maudlin, and calls me. I go and bring her home.
被害者の生活。
Mr. Terrellson, was Teresa happy at home?
Yeah, I think she was.
あ、もう完璧に目泳いでんじゃん。疑う。
Spill it, Terrellson. We like the look of you for this, so you better give us something.
We're at the party. She has a few and says she wants to go out dancing. We only have the sitter until 9. I get mad. I tell her to go ahead, but I'm staying. She storms out. Look, I'm doing well at cards. I hardly ever do well. I married her because she was so much fun, but now she drives me fucking crazy.
What time did she leave the party?
About 8:30, maybe a little earlier.
被害者との最後の接
When
触。
was the last time you saw your wife?
Around 8:30. The card game at Bobby's was wrapping up. I played out my hand and drove home here. Paid the sitter and went to bed.
え、これあれでしょ？ジャケットが濡れてたから反証でし
You're
ょ？
lying, Lars. You didn't come straight home, did you?
And how do you figure that?
だって外出た証拠でしょ？乾いてないから。
You were out in the rain. You got soaked, Lars. We found your wet weather gear.
Okay, I stayed a little later than I said. This cute little brunette was hitting on me. Teresa noticed. I was half cut. I walked her home from Bobby's, but nothing happened. I walked back and got the car this morning.
Thanks for answering our questions, Mr. Tarleton. You'll need to go downtown to identify your wife's body.
I should have taken her dancing.
In my experience, Mac, if you give in to broads, you'll be giving in to them your entire life. We could break the husband's story right now. Call in, get some uniforms dispatched to check out his alibi.
Appreciate your time, sir.
You believe this guy's
Yeah,
story?
Kind of rings true.
Maybe. Either way, we need to check the alibi. This Bobby Ross.
Cole Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
Can you run an address for a Bobby Ross? Then send some uniforms over.
Would you like him picked up?
No. Suspect says he was with Ross last night. We need to confirm the alibi.
I'll get a prowl car dispatched.
Thank you.
He'll never find out.
You can drive.
Fine.
Bronze bar.
Where are we headed?
No? Bar.
Gents, drink?
Phelps and Galloway, LAPD.
I'm Benny Clough. This about Teresa Tarleton?
Yes, it is.
I heard about it on the radio. They're saying it was that Black Dahlia freak again? God damn it. Yeah, I rang that husband of hers. The babysitter said he was out.
If you don't mind, we have a few questions.
被害者と線を接触。
What time did Teresa leave?
Around 10:30, I think.
動揺も何もしないんで信用するか。
On foot? In a car? By bus? How was it?
She called for a cab.
Did you get the number?
Sure I did. I like Teresa. The only time she has a drink is when things aren't going so good at home. I was worried about her.
The cherry pie was
3591か。イエロータクシー3591。
Put out an APB on the cab. 3591. Should be traceable.
容疑者のホームレスの男。
Who was she with? We've had reports about a tall, gaunt-looking hobo. He wasn't here last night?
I get plenty of bums in here, but nothing to fit that description.
あれ、さっきと様子が違う。動揺してる。疑うか。
The likelihood is that whoever she left here with killed her. Give it up, Benny.
All right, two creeps were all over her, promising to take her dancing.
You get a good look at these guys?
Sure. I got a good look. One of them was a sailor in uniform. His cap said, USS Indiana.
The other man?
The other guy is Richard Bates.
水兵を
He's
さ
sitting
れ
in the
たと。
back right now. Red polo shirt.
イエロータクシー3591。
Any idea where she was headed?
Nope. I didn't get that.
動揺してないね。なんか、これは信用していいかな。
The husband said she wanted to go dancing.
And she always wants to dance when she's been drinking. She was trying to talk some guys into taking her to one of the dance halls.
Thank you for your help, Mr. Clough. We'll take it from here.
Hey, no problem.
Mrs. Bates?
That's him.
LAPD, don't make me chase you, shitbird. Can't let the son of a bitch get away.
Bates! Just want to talk.
Come on, got a ride. Get in and drive.
Yeah. 車で逃げるなんて卑怯じゃん。これやり直しかな。やり直しだな。もういいよ、見失ったで。車の運転嫌なんだよな。
This is Bates. Can't let the son of a bitch get away. Go, Phelps, get after it. Come on, got a ride. Get in and drive.
こいつの車解釈せえのか。
I thought you were gonna leave me there.
Who knows what this guy will pull when he's cornered? We could have a killer on our hands.
Hit him, Cole. Spit him out.
I don't think the killer would be kicking back in the bar where he met the Vic in.
Listen, a creature of habit is your killer. For some reason, they're sticklers for routine. Come on, Phelps, you're letting this lust get away from you.
Phelps, you gotta get me closer.
He's showing you how it's done. Maybe you shouldn't have waited for me, Phelps.
失敗した。ああ、わかったわかった。なんとなくわかった。これむずいな。
God damn it, get
お、
after him,
よかった、
Cole.
ここからで。
I thought you were gonna leave me there.
Who knows what this guy will pull when he's cornered? We could have a killer on our hands.
Come on, Phelps, you're letting this lust get away from you.
猪木さんむずいよこのゲーム。
God damn it, get after him, Cole.
I thought you were gonna leave me there.
Who knows what this guy will pull when he's cornered? We could have a killer on our hands.
Come on, Phelps, you're letting this lust get away from you.
I don't think the killer would be kicking back in the bar where he met the Vic in.
Listen, a creature of habit is your killer. For some reason, they're sticklers for routine. He's showing you how it's done. You shouldn't have waited for me, fella.
Don't go to sleep on me. Get me back in close. Let's end this farce.
All right, got me. I've had enough. Give it up, LAPD. Okay, Bates. You're gonna answer some questions.
I have a choice in this.
被害者との接触か。
Last night, you went drinking with a lady in the bar. Now she's dead, and your face is all messed up.
I'm in the clear on that. She preferred a sailor. You could lay it off on him. Are we finished?
なんか動揺してますね、明らかに。
Do you want my partner to sap you? Tell us what we want to know.
She was okay. Drunk. Pissed off at her old man.
相棒
Wanted to
棍
go
棒で
dancing.
殴ろうとしてるし。
Thought I'd ply her with a few drinks to get my end away. Looks like your salty had the same idea.
行動の理由。
So what happened when you left the bar?
Sailor boy laid one on me. A cheap shot. After that, I don't know.
なんかこれも動揺してるね。
You've done time, haven't you, Richard? Is that why you ran?
I'm on parole.
On what offense?
Sexual assault. Look, I was lying there on the sidewalk. He flags a cab and jumps in with the broad.
We're taking you in, Bates.
How come?
Just for a chat. Nice private chat. I'll explain my theory of once a degenerate, always a
ランク
degenerate.
12になった
Take him to Central. He's a material witness in a murder case. Find him a cozy cell.
Richard here knows the
逮捕された。
Phelps, badge 1247.
How can I help, Detective?
I need an APB out on a yellow cab, number 3591. Ask dispatch to relay all sightings to car 11K.
No problem. I'll get on the radio.
Were there any incident reports filed in the vicinity of Barron's Bar on North Beaudry Avenue? We're tracking a sailor who was involved in a fight outside the bar.
I can check the reports, Detective. I have a message for you from Captain Donnelly. Message reads, James Jessup, U.S. Navy able seaman, has information relevant to your case. Jessup is currently being detained at Central Station.
Could be our man. Thanks for your help.
警察署戻れと。
Can you drive to this one?
And where exactly are we going?
We'll have
なんか陽気な曲が流れたぞ今。
He's in interview too.
第二トレーション室。
What do you make of him?
Sailor on furlough who looks like he's in trouble and knows it.
そもそも第二ってどこだ。あ、ルーム1だからこれ違うでしょ。第二はこっちか。
I've been in this job 20 years. I never fired.
I used to be indecisive. Now I'm not so sure. That's the cop from the newspaper.
どこだい第二取調べ室は。
Mouthpiece tore strips off me at the grand jury. Case got thrown. Now the DA wants my head.
場所がわからない。
うん、場所がわからない。なんか全部英語で書いてあるから本当にわからん。おちゃうな。
Hey, I gave his wife a tap. I said all's fair.
あ、いたいたいたいたいたいた。
Detectives Phelps and Galloway. We know why you're here, Jessup, so it would be best if you answered our questions truthfully.
I don't want any trouble, that's why I'm here. I heard on the radio about this lady getting killed. I got leave from my CO to come down straight away.
So why did you kill her?
I didn't kill anyone. Look, you need to believe me.
Let's start at the beginning.
被害者との接触。
You went to Barron's Bar. What time did you arrive?
I got a 24-hour pass. I got there around 7.
That's where you met Teresa Terrellson?
Sure. We had a couple of drinks.
めっちゃ目泳いでる。歌が。
So you tried to make a woman who was incredibly drunk?
Look, I'm not proud of myself, but I never hurt her.
You took her dancing?
That's right. Caught a cab to the Crystal Ballroom.
ベイツとの出来事。
You had a fist fight with Richard Bates over Mrs. Terrellson.
You met the guy? He's a creep. You should take a look at him for this.
目泳いでる。歌が。
He's pointing the finger directly at you, Jessup.
I only had one night before I was back in the tub. He had all the time in the world to look for some action. I belted him. I'd do it again. She was better off with me.
こいつ棍棒で殴った方がいいんじゃね？
We're holding you till we can clear this with the driver.
Yeah, my CO said as much.
Can you put the guy in 2 in a cell and inform the commander?
Sure, detective. Got a message for you. Sighting of your disfigured hobo on Grand between Temple and Sunset. And it looks like the Beau has a record, too. He's wanted in connection with 2 female assaults.
Thanks.
ホームレス村捜査。
Three suspects in the can and one in the hoof. And still no hard evidence on any of them.
Car 11K, we have a response on your APB.
You know the way. You can drive.
Car 11K, come in.
I think we ought to investigate the hobo lead.
Well, if you think we ought to, I guess we ought.
KGPL to car 11K, come in.
11K, go ahead.
Patrolman reporting that Bobby Ross's car game is breaking up at midnight.
11K, roger that. Plenty of time to get downtown.
It's possible. Have them bring him in.
Right here. KGPL, could we have Lars Terrellson picked up?
11K, roger. 11K, yellow cab number 3591, sighted at the corner of Wilshire and Whitmer. Repeat, Wilshire and Whitmer, 11K.
Where's that cab got you now?
You look at this clown.
It's all right.
Car 11K, your suspect vehicle, yellow cab 3591, sighted at 6th and Yellow Cab 3591 was just seen leaving Dewey's car sale, driving north on Union Drive. KGPL.
Just a scratch.
Patrolman reports Yellow Cab 3591 at Loma and Union Drive, headed northeast.
It's moving. I want that little bastard stay still.
Car 11 King. Further on your ATV, Yellow Cab 3591. Reported at the Turkey Bowl Diner. Last seen turning north on Loma Drive, heading northeast. Suspect Yellow Cab 3. All units also need help. 415 and shots fired. 313 Bunker Hill Avenue. 313 Bunker Hill Avenue. Unit to handle code 3 identified.
This is 11K. We'll handle the 415.
11K also needs help. 415 shots fired. 313 Bunker Hill Avenue. 313 Bunker Hill Avenue. 11K code 3.
I heard he's an honest cop. There's an honest moron.
Why don't you come on out, Jimmy? I won't let them hurt you. Not my honey boy.
I told you not to call me that, woman. Now shut the hell up.
You shut the hell up.
サブストーリーやる気なかったんだけどな。間違えて押しちゃった。
The lady of the house?
It's a nice story. Two old lovebirds just moved in together. But they had a falling out. He chased her across the yard with a 12 gauge. Now it's him or us.
So, Sabu.
Get the bastard! No, officer down! Give yourself up!
That swine. Look at him.
You're a cop killer!
Reinforcements are on the way. Cease and desist.
Stay down.
Hey, you!
Oh. Want a rough house, huh?
Stay in cover.
What have they done to you?
Typhon 射殺だ。ねえ。
There he goes again.
Mac, you're gonna kill us!
お、すげえ、両ドアなくなった。なんもないじゃん。もういいよ、イエロータクシーはもういい。だから。
You can drive.
乗れないじゃんこいつ。ちょっと前出してやるか。
Can you drive to this one?
We're looking for a tall, disfigured man at the camp.
Could be difficult. Most bums look deformed to me.
Come on, Rusty, this isn't gothic fiction. Hobos are just like you or me. They're just men who've fallen on hard times.
You ain't much of a detective, Phelps, if you think a hobo's like me. Clue number one, how do I smell?
Of alcohol and stale sweat. You know, I may be onto something here.
Very funny, Phelps.
LAPD. We'd like a word with you.
Save it for someone who's interested. They're fascists. Come to move us on and steal what little we have left.
6 rounds won't get us far. Need you to stay focused. 7 rounds. We need to hold out for help. How do we do that? Like this. Buckshot, keep down, Phil.
If you want your rightful share, we need to fight for it!
Your disciples know what you did last night?
I hope you don't need help.
弱い。
What's your name?
Comrade Stalin.
Very funny. We'll find out from your personal effects.
Stuart Ackerman.
You're under suspicion for murder, Ackerman. We're taking you downtown.
You can't do anything more to me than what the Japanese have already done.
The Kremlin's over here, Phelps. Toss it, see what you find.
Still working, Jack. I'm off to the Lighthouse Club in Santa Monica.
Hello, Jack.
Mr. Benson, this is Courtney Sheldon. It's a buddy of mine from the war.
Well, I'm sure you two will want to polish some old war stories. Good evening, Jack. Mr. Sheldon.
Good night, sir. Take a seat, Courtney.
We need your help, Jack.
I told you I would have nothing to do with that.
I'm fine too, Jack. Medical school's going well. I got a part-time job.
Do dope peddlers need part-time jobs?
We made a mistake and we're in trouble, Jack. A local gangster, Mickey Cohen, is putting on the squeeze.
So hand it over, walk away. What's stopping you?
We had a deal with them that they would dole it out slowly. They said they would supply abortion clinics and doctors.
もう疲れたからこの話終わったらやめよう
And they
今日
can't
は。
cope with the purity.
So your problem is with gangsters being dishonest.
My problem is that people are dying. And that if this gets back to us, we'll all end up in jail.
So how am I supposed to help, Courtney? This isn't the war. I can't just wave a magic wand and clean up your mess.
そうですね。なのに2話ぐらいしか進んでないですよ。
We want you to negotiate, Jack.
The only thing these guys understand is force, Sheldon. They got to the top back east by proving to be more vicious than the English, the Irish, and the Dutch. They make their own laws. That's the nature of a secret society. I'd say, Courtney, you want to be a doctor. How can you fight with that?
We are better trained, Jack.
I didn't make it through the war to come back to this kind of shit, Sheldon.
Not everything here is going to be perfect.
おお、血のついたロープ。
Looks familiar. Safe bet it'll match the mark under Teresa Terrelson's chin. answer.
チケットなんか出てきた。最初からチケット、ダンスのチケット。
You're behind the wheel.
Fine. Where are we headed?
The husband has an alibi, but no real motive other than neglect. Jessup's alibi checks out. Bates is a recidivist. He'll be pulling the same stick until we put him away for good. Ackerman has history, opportunity, hard evidence. What motive?
We have the evidence. We know she was here. All we need is a confession. We can charge the bum with murder. We're going this way.
I'm thinking of moving up to a 45. I'm gonna stop you one way.
どこの部屋だい？
I don't want to arrest the kid. I just gave him a dusting. He won't forget.
Ackerman, you were in the Marines.
How do you know?
The Corps selected big guys for flamethrower duty. That's how you got the burns.
Life expectancy was 5 minutes for a guy in flamethrower detail. What kind of a government puts weight like that on a man's shoulders?
You'll get no argument from me. It was a heavy load.
You feeling sorry for this smelly fuck?
さすがに動機。
Why did you kill Mrs. Terrellson?
I have no recollection of the people I have killed.
干渉。
Are you denying that you strangled Mrs. Terrellson with a length of rope?
I'm not denying
なぜ
anything.
なら血
You
の
have
つ
to
い
have
た
proof, lackey.
ロープがあったんじゃないか。
We found a matching piece of rope in your lean-to. I think we'll find the blood will match too.
I own no property. How could it belong to me?
被害者との接触。
A bus driver dropped Mrs. Terrellson near your camp around 2 a.m. Why did you take her up to the hill?
Which hill? I have many places. I go where I please.
お前がやったんだろう。
もう目そらしてんじゃん。
You are clearly insane, Ackerman. The state of California does not
正気じゃないね。
execute mental patients.
I don't know the names of the women I've killed, but I've killed many of them. Their necks are so fragile.
Stuart Ackerman, I am charging you with the murder of Teresa Terrellson.
A man down on his luck I can abide. But a filthy red who chooses to live outside the rules of society I cannot stomach. Maybe poor Teresa Tarleton will provide the catalyst we need. I've spoken to the chief and the mayor, and I think it's time we send some men in to remove the godless and send them on their way over the county line. A grand day that will be, gentlemen. And a grand result you have brought me. You two are fast becoming my finest crusaders.
うわー、手がかり、あ、いやー、手がかりが足んなかったな。まあしょうがない。はい、ということで、もう私の活動限界がそろそろ限界に来ておりますので、
今日はこの辺にしときます。もうなんか疲れちゃった配信モンスターじゃない。お疲れ様です。配信モンスターじゃありませんので、私は基本はい、ということで、はい、ありがとうございます。はいまきさん、じゃあまたということでお疲れ様でした。誰のことなんでしょうね。はい、ということでお疲れ様です。